guys, Blue Devil here from the Wargoblin forums. Today we're going to have a video on how to set up Wargoblin. Been having a lot of requests to have this video. Seems a couple of players can't read the instructions, which is okay. So we need to make sure we have four things installed first. .NET 2.0 and .NET 3.5. Those are found at the Windows download site. Make sure you have those installed. And then we're going to download Wargoblin. That's in the My Downloads section on the Wargoblin site. We're going to run and install that, and then we're going to close out of it once it's done. The fourth thing we need to have is Wargoblin. That is found in the forums only, under Downloads and Instructions. We're going to download that, run it, and we're going to have a window that pops up just like this. Some general information about this window. Loops. This is how many loops your character is going to run before it stops. The settings button. This is where we're going to go to change all of our settings here in a minute. Heads up display. This button is used for debugging a lot. If you're having a problem that Scholar, Creo, myself can't figure out, Jack may ask you for HUD settings. You'll click on that and you'll see a heads up display come up. That's what it looks like. Next is combat. This is how many times you've gone to combat, how many times you killed a monster. Next one is looting. This is how many times you've looted. This is very important for making money. If you're grinding mobs for the fastest XP, you really don't care. And deaths. This will hinder your leveling greatly. Usually 2 to 5 minutes per death of downtime. That's healing, running back, fighting mobs in between, things along those lines. Okay, so we're going to go into the settings here. A couple things here in the main options. First, you're going to set your character class. This doesn't matter what you have it as. It can be a rune priest and you're actually playing a witch elf. I'm going to do a witch elf here real quick just to show you guys. The next thing is the client type. This is important. If you're European, you need to change this, or if you're on the test server, you need to change it. The data is a little bit different. Jack has it set up so everyone can play. The next is your character log file directory. This is where all of the text information comes about your character, what's going on, from messages to combat to zone captures. Anything is in the log file. So we need to set that. So we have to go to the warm. We're going to have to click on set button. We're going to have to browse to our Warhammer directory. Mine is in programs, electronic files, or electronic arts, Warhammer Online, logs, communication. Dark Crag is the server that I was messing around on, and the character name. Make sure it's not the one with the little up arrow and the M as in Michael. That is for your messages. You're going to have a lot of problems if you have that set. Once you put the character name, go ahead and click OK. And you'll pop back to this screen. Next, we're going to set up the PvE loops. This is how many times your character is going to run before it stops. We'll just do 20. We'll do 23. How about that? The number of deaths. If you're running a bad path and you're dying a lot, you have two options: upping your death number or moving. I highly suggest moving and finding a path where you die maybe once every 5 hours. That's a great path. You'll have a lot more XP that way and a lot less downtime. Next is the number of minutes you're going to run. This is 300 minutes. Plain and simple. Your character will run for 300 minutes, then stop. Unless if you trigger one of these other two options. We're going to go ahead and go to key mappings. Inside the instructions for Warhammer, you're going to see a macro. You must set this macro up. It's going to help you bot. It'll clear out your target, and that way you are not stuck on a mob that has dotted you and is dead. Jack set this up. So you need to go to set keys, minus left control minus. This is where I put the macro there on my hotbar. So I'm going to up the number. This is press 2 keys, press the little keyboard, press left control and the minus. Once you do that, press OK, and your macro's set. Pretty simple. Next is combat. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one that I had earlier. I was trying to record multiple times by having kids screaming or the phone ring. A lot of fun. Next, we're going to click Add. We're going to put this as melee because I honestly have no idea which elf first melee ability is called. Some information here. Action points. This is how many action points it costs. You need to have this set. Show your character isn't trying to spam an ability that's not ready, and it's just use auto attacks. Morale rank. We won't use this yet. A lot of times you'll have to rebind your keys for morales to work. We can show that later, or just if you have a question you could just ask. Minimum range. For melee, this is a must. Same with spells. This is a must. Spells not so much, but melee, it is a must. Your character must have it set to 0. No ifs, ands, or buts. It is a must. For max range, it depends. A lot of melee abilities are 5 meters. Some are 15. Some are 30. Some are 100. Marauder pole you could use as 100 or 60 or whatever it is. So we have our max range set at 5. Casting time. This is how many seconds it takes for it to cast. Global cooldown is 1.5 seconds. Jack already has that implemented inside the system, so we can put this at 0. But if we have a channel spell or channel melee ability where you swing your weapons wildly and it goes for 3 seconds, you'd want to put your casting time at 3 seconds. But since this is instant, we're going to put it at 0. Cool time, time duration. This is important for a duration of a dot or a cooldown that an ability has. So you're not trying to spam it and not actually going off. You want to set that up. If it's a 5-second cooldown, set 5 seconds. If it's an instant and you want to keep casting it, it's just 0. The rank. Inside this options here, we're going to have cycle through all available abilities in order of rank. We're going to put this at rank 1 just because it's the only ability. This is the first one it's going to cast. If it's not available, it'll cast the next one. Since we don't have a next one, it doesn't really matter right now. We need to set up the key for it though. So we're going to go to map keys here, and we're going to